Well, the boss of yet another automaker has declared the proposed European ban on combustion cars to be unachievable. The head of Skoda has joined those of Mercedes and Stellantis, who have also expressed similar reservations about the draconian ban due to come into effect in 2035. Tomorrow, the bosses of auto manufacturers will sit down with the European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen to plead with her to relax the ban. Many of them are not questioning the need to reduce emissions, even though they should be, of course. They are just concerned about the way that reduction is being forced on the industry by means of an EV mandate, forcing electric drivetrains on the European public well before they're ready, and forcing the manufacturers to abandon their combustion technology overnight. I fear, however, that the pleas of the automakers will fall on deaf ears. Welcome back to MGUY, British engineer and lawyer, now Sydney YouTuber. If you enjoyed this video, please drop a like and make sure you click that subscribe button down below and enable all notifications so you don't miss out on any future videos. It's all completely free. And if you'd like to support this channel, head over to my store where you can purchase some cool anti-EV merch. More information at the end of this video, or alternatively you can chip in a small donation at Buy Me a Coffee. Links to both are in the description, or you can scan the QR codes on screen. Check out my earlier videos linked in the description about the bosses of Mercedes and Stellantis opposing the outright ban, instead advocating for a technology-neutral approach which would allow the continuation of efficient combustion engines alongside hybrids and EVs. But of course, net zero trumps everything, so no compromise is permitted, no gradual evolution, just an order from the European Union to the industry to do what it wants, abandon combustion and just build EVs. EVs that nobody really wants unless they're bribed into buying them by means of government subsidies and tax breaks. And in any case, China can build them more cheaply and would undercut the local market anyway. Oh dear, too bad. Tough luck, I guess. But the auto industry isn't taking it lying down, as it realises correctly that combustion cars will remain part of the overall energy mix for decades to come. Not least because the used market will take off like a rocket when supplies of them start to dwindle, and that the vast majority of people still prefer regular petrol or diesel cars. Cars which European automakers are extremely good at building, unlike China, which is extremely bad at it, and which their customers actually want. But ironically, they won't be allowed to build them. So the automakers can't build the cars their customers are crying out for, and are forced to build cars that their customers don't want. Such is the madness of EV mandates, whether they be in Europe, the US, or even here in Australia. And the boss of Skoda has joined the growing line of auto manufacturers pleading with the European Commission to relax this damaging policy. Europe isn't ready to go electric only in 2035, and that has to change, Skoda boss. Europe won't be ready to go electric only in 2035, one of Skoda's key bosses has said. Speaking to car dealer at the launch of the brand's new Vision O concept in Munich, Germany, Martin Jahn, head of sales and marketing, said that a position on electric-only vehicles should be left for the market to decide. I don't think Europe is ready to go electric only in 2035, and that has to change, Jahn said. People are different and the regions are different, so I don't see 2035 being realistic. Under current plans, all new cars and vans in the EU must be zero-emission vehicles from 2035, with the UK following the same timeline. It's difficult to prescribe. To be prescribed by politics, people still have their own preferences. It's like with everything else, so I think that should be left for the market to decide, and to the customers. We want to offer whatever the customer wants. Skoda is one of the few brands to offer a broad range of powertrains, including electric, plug-in hybrid, petrol and, bucking the trend, diesel. We are now becoming almost number one in Denmark because our electric cars are huge sales hits, and we are still number one in the Czech Republic and Slovakia, as well as close to number one in Poland with combustion engines. So there are different interests of the customers and you want to follow them. We are very much appreciated for having diesel because there are still customers who want it, and the customer usually knows what he wants. He added, "We were never a brand that said we wanted to do only EVs. We wanted to make them what the customer wanted." I mean, this is of course just common sense, something which is sorely lacking in the rarefied atmosphere of net zero. Just let the auto manufacturers build the cars they want, based on the demand from their customers. If people want to buy electric, build more electric. If people want to buy combustion, keep building combustion. It's hardly rocket science. But this common sense comes up against the intransigence of the artificially manufactured climate crisis, which tells us that unless we all drive EVs by 2030, the world's going to end. Which is complete nonsense, of course. But the European Union is fully infected with the virus, so nothing's going to change in a hurry. And of course, because it's portrayed as an existential threat, it doesn't matter how many auto manufacturers go under as a result, because no price is too great when you're saving the planet. The planet doesn't need saving, however. The auto industry does. Will the pleas from the bosses be enough to change the mind of the European Commission President? Personally, I wouldn't put my money on it. If you'd like to support this channel and display your anti-EV credentials to your Tesla-owning neighbours at the same time, why not buy some awesome MGUY merchandise, like this mug, this baseball cap, or this t-shirt? Each high-quality item sports the MGUY No EVs sign, and they're all made to order, perfect for irritating the hell out of your local EV zealots. Visit store.mguy.tv or click the link in the description to check out the full range of products. And of course, you can always just buy me a coffee. Click the link in the description or scan the QR code on screen. Thanks very much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed it. If you've got any tips or stories, go there. If you'd like to watch another video, go there. If you'd like to buy me a coffee, go there. And please subscribe to the channel.